And we're at the back here for our next question. Thank you.
Mr. Bevilacqua, I'm interested that you just mentioned the $400 billion. I was wondering, and I know you mentioned the Rogers debate as well when you were referring to Canada being at war in Iraq. I was wondering if perhaps you mistook Canada for the United States.
I think obviously you need to pay better attention, because what I said in the debate was that had Stephen Harper been the leader, not only would he have been to Iraq, he can't even write his own speeches. He plagiarizes them from the Australian Prime Minister. And I think you should have a Prime Minister that speaks with a Canadian voice, not an Australian voice, quite frankly. And in reference to the $490 billion program, it's called Canada First Defense Strategy. It was tabled 2 days before the summer recess, because this is yet once again the hidden agenda of the Conservatives. They will spend $490 billion on the military when we need students need money, seniors need money, cities need infrastructure, small business needs help. What they prefer to do is to spend $490 billion on military spending. Hardly not a vision for this country.
Thank you. And we'll do reverse order, so Ms. Wilkin, you're up, should you choose to respond.
I mean, the only response that I really have is if you look at the party's platform, you can tell, I mean, except for maybe the Conservative platform, you can tell that what the parties intend to do, especially about Afghanistan, and the NDP really supports, you know, although we do support our troops, we do believe that this is, right now, it's not working out. This is the entirely wrong war for us to be in. Our troops, you know, they've been through a lot, and they need the funding that comes from. They need funding for their health benefits when they come back. Their families need funding, and we want to put money towards the infrastructure of Afghanistan. We want to make sure that they can govern themselves, that they can keep their people in a democratic society just as much as we can here, as lucky as we are to have this. So we really need to stop this military fight and really try to work towards more diplomacy.
Thank you.
You know, this. Thank you for bringing up Afghanistan, because it's an important issue and we haven't talked about it. My cousin just came back from there. He worked for a subcontractor to CETA, and he told me straight out that he's going to therapy because he's just too frustrated at the propaganda coming out of our Harper government regarding our success over there. We're making absolutely no progress. Canadians are being killed and shipped back home. We go into a village, take it over, leave, the Taliban comes back. Afghanistan today has the most corrupt government, the highest crime rate, the highest poverty rates in the history of Afghanistan, and the Taliban is gaining ground. So I would say we've got to get rid of Harper, put somebody in there like Elizabeth May, who does believe in negotiating with your enemy, and Barack Obama, who does believe in negotiating with your enemy, and work towards a political solution with all parties involved so that we can leave.
Let him finish. Thank you. If we could just keep our comments and heckling to a bit of a minimum here, so we can actually hear the responses. That's what we came here for, to hear their responses. So thank you, Mr. Lorello. You're up for 1 minute.
Mr. Visentin, I'm deeply disturbed by your comment in that your cousin deserves the utmost respect for his sacrifice that he has done in Afghanistan, and for you to disrespect him like that, as well as the other men and women in Afghanistan, okay, this is not propaganda. We are there for a reason. We're not, the Liberals put us there, so why are you taking it out on him? Okay? As for the $490 billion defense spending, Mr. Bevilacqua must be watching CNN, because these are numbers that, you know, the American defense would. I have the Department of Defense, I have the Department of Finance report for 2007, 2008. Our total expenditures on all programs for the year was $232 billion. Okay? Our defense spending as a part of that was $17 billion. So even if we spent $17 billion over 20 years, we still wouldn't reach this $490 billion that he's talking about. So
Thank you.
I'm not saying that
you,
Mr.
Richard.
Bevilacqua.
Thank you. That was your time. And you have 30 final seconds.
Yeah, thank you very much. Well, the reality is perhaps you should read your own documents. It's Canada's first defense strategy. It's $490 billion. You slipped it in 2 days before the House recess because you didn't want people to notice it. It's been all over the press, this particular plan. And now the question I have, the residents of Vaughan would rather invest money in infrastructure, in child care, in education, in seniors, and in post-traumatic stress for those who return from Afghanistan. Not $490 billion for military spending, my friends.
Thank you.